Good morning, class. My name is Tim Wisniewski. Today I will be talking about the reason why we need to repeal Obamacare. One of the reasons is that insurance companies now provide a wider range of benefits that now cover people with pre-existing conditions. This has caused premiums to rise across the board whether or not you have a pre-existing condition. For example, in my life right now, I pay $508 a month for health insurance. 3 years ago, I paid just about $200 a month. Why is it I must pay for higher premiums for insurance that I barely use? You would think that people who need health care would pay higher premiums. And then you might even think, why even pay for health insurance in the first place? Well, unfortunately, if you don't have health insurance, you get a tax penalty of 2.5% of your total gross for the year, which means you may have to pay a maximum fine, but they say it's an actual penalty of $2,085 because you did decide not to buy health care or need to use it. Another reason why Obamacare is destroying this nation is full-time jobs are being destroyed because of this. Companies can no longer afford the premiums that are covering pre-existing conditions. So businesses with 50 or more employees are required to pay health insurance. So many businesses are getting around this healthcare law now by eliminating full-time jobs. By doing this, they reduce their amount of full-timers below 50 and hire more part-timers to complete their total production. Don't get me wrong, it's really messed up. But what would you do if you started to see margins begin to shrink? On a positive side of the healthcare law, pre-existing conditions are now being insured and can be insured. A lot of people were suffering because they couldn't get healthcare insurance because they had a cancer, a heart disease, or anything that's considered a pre-existing condition. But I believe they should pay higher premiums than everyone paying their share fair across the board. The repeal process of Obamacare must happen, but some things must stay intact, like coverage for pre-existing conditions, low prescription costs, no time limits on care, and lower premiums, of course. Unfortunately, the bill has yet to go through because Democrats are screaming about tax cuts health providers and pharmaceutical companies are getting. They say these private companies already make too much money. But the problem is these various companies are private business firms with investors. And if the government gives these businesses tax cuts, prices fall. Why would businesses cut their prices that would hurt their margins? That doesn't make sense to me. This is a free enterprise economy, not a socialist economy, where you only have to work in a socialist economy a bare minimum and expect to receive the same payment for people who would work harder for what they have. I mean, what am I going to school for? To obviously better my position in life. But if I decided to bear minimum, if I decide to do the bare minimum, I might as well stop working, go on food stamps, and just get free healthcare from the government. America needs to go back to work, and Obamacare needs to be repealed as soon as possible.